is Trey. My trail name is Early Riser, and I am currently in Salida, Colorado. I'm staying at a hostel in town. On my way to Durango, I'm going to start the Colorado Trail for the third time tomorrow. I've been southbound the first two times. I'm going northbound this time. Northbound's significantly more challenging, I'm guessing, because if you do a 20-mile day on day one, you're above 11,000 feet at that point. So, a little intimidating, but I think it'll be fine. What we're going to do now is, before I get on the road to Durango, I'm just going to do a quick little gear video. If you know me, I haven't done a gear video in forever because I value gear because it allows me to hike, but I don't really freak out about gear. I don't spend a lot of time researching it. I don't know, maybe I'm a closet geek a little bit, but anyway, let me just go through what we got, what we're using this year. What's unique about me is I've already done the trail twice, so this is going to be dialed in for me and how I like to hike. Doesn't mean what I'm carrying is going to work for you. This time you'll see my clothing is a lot less than normal because I understand what the weather's going to be like. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright y'all, here's my electronics setup. Taking my GoPro, bought a new little selfie stick tripod adapter. I'm taking two battery banks. I'm taking a 10,000 Nitecore 10,000 Gen 3 and a Gen 2 20,000. Do I need 30,000? Hell no. But this is, again, you pack your fears. I've been out here twice. I came very close to running out of batteries on both hikes, on the 5 and 6 day legs that you have to do from Lake City to Durango. I don't go into town during those times. Anyway, I've done this trail twice, so this is going to be my guilty pleasure for probably half the trail, and then I'll make the decision on whether to send this home or not. It weighs so little, though, I have a feeling I won't even think about it. Next, I got the NU20 Classic Nitecore headlamp. Two batteries for my GoPro, including this. That would usually get me through 4 to 5 days of filming. So I should be good. I might have to recharge it one day on the longer legs. I have two of these. One of them is used for my GoPro right now, but these are two 30 amp Anchor battery charging blocks. I'm bringing two separate ones this time instead of one big one. To me, it just makes it easier when you get to places like Mullis Campground RV. They have a little charging station outside that they let you use. And that one block with two cables, it just limits what I can do. So even if I'm sitting in a hotel room or a lodge somewhere, I can have one plugged in beside the bed charging my phone, and then another one plugged in somewhere else charging stuff not near me. So I'm going to go with that this time. I kind of like that setup. Data storage for my videos. Carrying a couple of extra micro SD cards. This will allow me to transfer stuff from the GoPro or the SD cards into my phone and then back down into the SanDisk here. And I store all my video on this. This is a 2 terabyte drive, and this is what I've used each time. Very stable, very solid. It's an SSD. Awesome piece of kit that weighs almost nothing. Headphones, I'm carrying wired headphones. Actually, I didn't know these were in my backpack until I got out here, but it's fine. And then I've just got a $20 pair of cheap Amazon Bluetooth headsets that I use. Honestly, I don't listen to a lot on trail, but when I do, I like to have some headsets. Over here, just adapters. I'm only carrying USB-C charging cables, so these are the adapters. This allows me to charge my watch. I only have one thing. This old style charger. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the headset. So I brought an adapter to that, and then I've got a USB-A adapter. I don't even know why I'm bringing it. Then last but not least is my sleeping pad pump. If you're still blowing up your sleeping pad, what are you even doing? These things weigh nothing. That is definitely a comfort item that I won't do without. And honestly, besides my phone, that's it for the charging. I'm also carrying, just so you know, two of these cables, USB-C to USB-C cables. And that's what I'm bringing these adapters for. Last but not least, I guess, these are little port covers for your phone. I bought these on Amazon. I like to carry my phone in my pocket here, and I usually carry it with the port facing up. So I will put these in the port while I'm hiking to prevent any moisture dirt getting in there. And that is the electronic setup for the Colorado Trail this time. Alright, next let's do the big three. I'm taking my Hyperlight Unbound 40 again. I love this freaking backpack, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second. Some people don't care for it too much. Some people have complained it doesn't have load lifters or things like that, which, hey, valid complaint. I think on a 40-liter pack, I don't ever really need load lifters because I'm packing small enough to where I'm not really worried about it. For the 55-liter Unbound, yeah, it might be a valid critique in my opinion. But here's why I love this pack so much. First, this netting is different. This is Dyneema stitch netting, meaning little squares inside of here are Dyneema. And the fabric just has a different feel than any other fabric. It seems strong as hell. I have no blemishes on it after a through hike and some other hiking, so loving it. This is why I love this pack though. Every pack manufacturer should copy what Hyperlight is doing with this pack. And it's because both sides, your water bottle pockets, are expandable. And if I can shove so much, I can get 2 full water bottles in here plus an umbrella slide in there or something. Or as I'm hiking, if things are jiggling around or I want it to tighten up, I can just reach up here and pull and tighten this pocket down and keep things stable. That means when I pack this pack full and I shove my sleeping or my quilt down at the bottom and it puffs out on the side, these things are wide enough and big enough to where my water bottles don't just have to get forced down in there and hard to pull back out. I freaking love this. I tried to hike with my older Z-Packs Arc Haul on the AT a few months ago, and the water bottle pockets were so tight with my stuff in the bottom. I was frustrated because I know there's a better design out there, and this is money. I also love this bottom pocket right here too. I keep all my poop kit in here: shovel, toilet paper, wipes. Another thing, I left out my Garmin inReach, so I am bringing an inReach. It's a great piece of kit. Other thing that I put on this pack is this little thing. It's just a ventilation pad that goes on the back. Now, I've worn this a little bit. It was amazing. If there's a cross breeze hitting your back, you can actually feel the wind behind you. But for the most part, you're still going to get some sweaty back with this. But I wanted to try it out. It's by Luna. I got this on Garage Grown Gear. It was like $19. So we'll see how it does. But I'm a huge fan of this pack. Huge fan. My tent, once again, I'm taking my Z-Packs Offset Duo. This is an awesome tent. I'm starting to have a little bit of concern with the lightweight netting they put on this thing. I've got a couple of holes. I don't know if that was a mouse chewing through it. I don't know if that was the way I packed it up one morning. Maybe on trail we can cover why I think some of that's happening. And it might have to do with the magnet closures that they have. Next, Neil Air X-Lite. I've had this thing forever. It's still working great. It's the mummy version, regular size. Always takes me a couple of nights to get used to sleeping on this thing. You got to get the insulation just right. But I love it. After about night 3 or 4, I'm sleeping like a king on that thing. This year, for the first year, I'm bringing my Revelation 20-degree quilt by Enlightened Equipment. I brought my 30-degree quilt with a liner on the previous 2 hikes. It was fine, but there were a couple of nights that I needed hand warmers or something else to keep me warm. I was just tired of it, so I'm just going to bring this with no liner on the inside. Just knowing that I'm going to be warm is kind of a comfort for me at this point. So that is my big 3. All right, next is going to be my clothes. It's hilarious. This is my basically long sleeve capelline that I plan on sleeping in. I debated this for days because without it, I think that's a better clothes loadout, but I couldn't let myself leave without it. So here we are. I will send that dang thing home if I'm not wearing it at night, but I have a feeling I will, at least in the beginning, because it's going to be cold. All right, let's start from right to left. Rain pants, will always carry them. This is my, these are Helium 2 rain pants. They've got the zipper legs, so I can take them off without having to take my shoes off. Beautiful. I don't really wear these for rain. I wear these for wind or cold in the mornings when I'm wearing shorts. This is my Lighting Equipment Visp rain jacket. I've used this once on the trail. I used my other Black Diamond rain jacket the second time. This one is like 4 ounces lighter, 3 ounces lighter, so I'm gonna bring it. It's got pit zips. The thing is light as it can be. Love it. This is Sundry Designs Alpha Direct 90 hoodie. And I love this thing. Super warm. If it's windy, just put a light layer over the top of it, and it is super warm, super comfortable. Good to hike in as an outer layer. It's rugged enough to where you're not going to rip it up unless you go through a bunch of brambles. But it allows air to get into. I'm a very hot hiker. It has to be really cold for me to hike in this, but I have done it. And the ventilation is a cool feature. It's like, how am I warm while I can still feel the air coming through? It's wild. This is a Black Diamond wind jacket. This will be the layer that I put on top of that if I need it. Very extremely lightweight. I can see myself hiking in this on top of my sun hoodie. I'm so excited about bringing that. What a great piece of gear. Adidas 5-inch inseam shorts. I plan on hiking in these on warm days. I'm also going to be wearing compression socks, so really it only leaves, about 6 inches is my legs showing. That I'll need sunscreen for sure. Again, we already talked about it, Patagonia Capilene shirt. These are the Z-Packs new camp booties. I rarely move around in camp. I'm usually sitting on my butt in the tent, but when I do, it's just to get out to pee usually. These are slide-ins. They weigh literally nothing, just a couple of ounces. So love these so far. We'll see how they work out. Just your standard hat. Let's move up here to the gloves. So this is just a pair of running gloves, thin. They will go with my little sun gloves that I wear every day. Rarely will ever use these. These usually suffices for on really cold or icy mornings, which are very rare out here. That is my merino wool buff. Had that one forever. Got some Ultra Gators. This is just a very lightweight nylon shirt. I like to sleep in this, or I can wear this underneath my sun hoodie for a layering effect. It weighs very little. This is what I chose over this forever, and then I talked myself into that too, so one of those may be going home. One pair of extra underwear, a pair of Injinji socks, and I'm carrying 2 pairs of darn tough socks that are just like this. On my body, I've got Ultra Lone Peaks. I think those are the 9s, brand new. These are cool pants. If you watch my last Colorado through hike, you will see that I was wearing these same exact pants. These things have made 2 through hikes so far, and they look brand new. Awesome. I'm wearing a clip belt, fabric. Last but not least, the puffy I'm bringing is my Patagonia vest. Freaking love this thing. I don't really need sleeves on my puffy. I just need my core to be warm. The Alpha 90 will do fine for my arms, and if needed, a layer on top of it, and I can put my rain jacket on top of that if I needed to. This is just for comfort, and I can hike in my sun hoodie and this and be wonderful and not sweat, and it's just versatile, more versatile than a regular hoodie. Yes, I will keep this dry at all costs, but freaking love this thing. Love this thing on town days and trail days. Water filtration, we're using a CNOC 3-liter. This time I am going with the Platypus Quick Draw. Interested, want to see how it works. I like trying out new gear, and that's one piece. Now that they seem to get their manufacturing process down, there was a time where there was a lot of bad quick draws out there. That's dangerous. I've already tried this one at home. Seems to flow great. Can't wait to use it. Always little scoop to scoop water. Water on the Colorado Trail is either plentiful or non-existent. And sometimes you'll come across a seep, need to have a scoop, or you can also use your titanium mug if you bring in one. And I always keep a Ziploc bag to put this in when I gotta sleep with it. And not pictured here, I'll have 2 1-liter style smart water bottles, and I'll also be carrying a wider mouth Gatorade bottle that I'll be doing my protein mix and other things in. All right, for my little Sundry items, this little bag has some Tums, Sudafed, and a little bit of anti-nausea medicine, Imodium I think. I bring lotion. This is about half full, and I got some Burt's Bees little wax. If you're an East Coaster and your skin is used to humidity, by about the first week, my cuticles are starting to crack, and man, how painful is that? So I bring a little case of Burt's Bees where I can just rub those little areas and try to keep them moist inside of there. Dry skin out here is a big thing for all you humidity lovers. Afrin and saline. This was the biggest lesson learned on my first hike of the Colorado Trail, because I had neither of these when I started out, and I was having sinus problems, maybe some allergies to something out here. And holy cow, was it hard to breathe and sleep, especially when you climb over 10,000 feet. So I will never hike without Afrin or saline. Saline is basically to keep your nasal passages moist, obviously, and keep things flowing up there. And then obviously Afrin is to keep them open so you can breathe. This is just my Pillbilly bag. Got some vitamins, some magnesium, some Tylenol PM, and some allergy medicine. I'm going to take my little 24-hour allergy pills every day here, because you might as well. They have different things here, different plants. I'm telling you, I got ate up the first time. I don't know what was doing it, but I didn't have any problems the second time when I was taking my medicine. Toothbrush, toothpaste, some floss picks, and then this is my foot care kit. Got your standard foot powder, Neosporin, Band-Aids, KT tape, fingernail clippers, and I bring 2 toe spacers. So my toes have a tendency, my feet will start swelling, my toes will swell, and they'll start moving underneath the one beside it. So I bring little rubber toe spacers when that starts happening, and it goes right there in the crux of your 2 toes, and it just keeps them separated a little bit while you're hiking. Oh, for all you new hikers and who are always debating, what do I bring in my first aid kit, and you spend time, this is it. This is what you'll see experienced people bring. I got some Band-Aids, some Neosporin. If I need a tourniquet, I'm going to tie that out of one of my clothing items that I brought with me. Using some sticks and a shirt, and then hit the 911 button on my Garmin or something to that effect. Other miscellaneous things, I do wear a fanny pack. This is the Hyperlight. My God, do I love this thing. Very water resistant. This will be my second hike with it. Fantastic. Inside of that, I'm bringing 2 ND filters for my GoPro, because it's very bright out here. So a 16 and a 32. And I'm going to be carrying those inside the pack so I can switch those out. I have a little app on my phone that can measure the sunlight outside and tell you what would be the best appropriate ND filter. And really that's just to get a better picture and let your ISO ratings and other things in the camera be lowered so the picture quality can be better. This is a tripod for my phone. You saw the tripod that I had on my GoPro. I bring one for my phone too, because I'll be using it. And again, you saw the Burt's Bees already, but I carry chapstick, backup matches, and a couple of rubber bands inside of my fanny pack, and then a Ziploc bag for my phone if it starts raining. That's what's cool about this fanny pack. It's got this back pocket that my phone fits in perfectly if I don't want to put it in my pants pocket, or if I'm wearing my shorts. Cook kit, as always, I debated not bringing a stove, and I always talked myself out of it. So ultimately what we have, this is the Optimus Crux Light stove. My 2 favorite stoves that I own are both Optimus Cruxes. This is the newer version, the light version. Love this thing. It's worked out well. This will be my second Colorado hike with it. Now, I do a lot of cooking in my vestibule near my tent because it rains a lot here on the trail in the evenings and the afternoons. So I'm bringing a pot stabilizer, solely because you don't want that flame tipping over and hitting the Dyneema on the tent, because that thing will go up before you can ever get out. So I'm not always camping on flat ground, so that helps stabilize that can so it doesn't tip over. I just keep a handkerchief inside there. It helps me keep the pot clean and keep the gas can from rattling around inside the pot when I'm walking. Mini Bic. This is the same titanium cup I've been using, 750 milliliters. The same one I use in the AT. I use it every hike, even though I have 4 other ones at home. I always come back to this one. And then the bag I'm going to keep this in. This covers over the edge of the lid, so I don't have to have a rubber band all the time. It'll keep it firm on there so it doesn't rattle around. What's not shown is my gas canister. Picking that up today. And for my food storage, I use a Z-Packs. I think that's the large size. Carabiner on top. Got my rock throwing kit, or my hanging kit, bear hanging kit. To be honest with you, I don't use that much. Your biggest problem are rodents out here, and I've got a little trick. Maybe I'll show y'all when we get out there. What rodents are looking for more than food is things to nest with, like toilet paper, part of your quilt, like whatever it is. So I'll show you a little technique on how to kind of keep them outside of your tent, occupied, while they're not inside your tent ravaging through your stuff. And the last little miscellaneous items, this should be everything. I bring this 1/8 inch foam pad. I think I got that from Gossamer Gear a long time ago, but it's cut way down, and I put that under my sleeping mat, so that Dyneema floor, when I'm not on flat ground, it keeps it from sliding. Freaking love that thing. In fact, it almost infuriates me, because when I'm sitting on my mat and I grab both sides and I try to scoot it over with my butt when I'm sitting on it, it won't, because of this mat's under there. So it does its job too well sometimes where I'm cussing it. Head net bug. Have never worn this on the CT, but you're a fool if you don't carry it. It is worth its weight when you need it. Z-Packs rain cover. Is my Hyperlight almost waterproof? Yes. Do I bring my rucksack in, or my backpack, into my tent every night? Yes. And I don't want it soaking wet. So that's why I will always carry, it's like 1.5 ounces. I will always carry this and put it on during the rain to try to keep the outside of the pack as dry as possible when I bring it in the tent. And obviously I use a nylon flume bag on the inside to keep my stuff dry. Rain kilt. This is why I don't wear rain pants, because I wear a rain kilt. This will keep at least the top portion of your legs dry. Your feet are going to be soaked anyway. I don't care if my lower legs are soaked. This is just dry enough. This can cover my fanny pack as well to help keep the things inside of that dry. And I just like it. It's airy. It lets the airflow go, unlike the pants do. And again, I would never hike in rain pants unless it is freezing cold outside. That's the only time. All right, y'all, so that's it. I'll probably miss something, but that's okay. You'll see it in live. If you're watching my videos, you'll see it in real time, Yeah, my base weight, man, I'm guessing it was around 13 to 14 pounds. With food and water loaded out, 5 days of food and water, which will be my longest carry, I think 5.5 days. It was still under 30 pounds. It was about 28 pounds, so good with it. Let's go. There's some long water carries on this trail, so there will be times where I'm over that. I think I was carrying 5 liters of water and 4 or 5 days of food last time for a little bit of a stretch, and Hyperlight felt good. No issues whatsoever, except that it sucks climbing mountains. Yeah, I think that's it. One last little thing of note. I'm bringing 2 Walmart grocery bags. Why do I do that? You do not want to leave your shoes out of your tent in Colorado. I don't know if any of you watch Colorado Trail Through hike videos, but there are people who, they wake up and one of their shoes is gone. Some animal grabbed it and took off with it. So when your shoes are wet and muddy, I just put them inside a garbage bag, and those come inside my tent always. The other thing is, when you get to Colorado and you're thinking, okay, I'll just go to Walmart or a grocery store and get some of those, plastic bags do not exist in Colorado anymore. All they have are paper bags. So you need to bring those with you if you want to use them. What I love them for too, when I get into town, if I want to haul groceries or whatever, or gear or clothes down to the laundromat, these work great for that too. So these are invaluable. They weigh absolutely nothing, and I use these almost every single day on trail. And 3 pieces of kit that I just remembered are down in the trunk of my car that I'll get today. Always bring an umbrella. It's coming with me again. It always will. Whether it's on trail or whether it's in town, not getting dumped on is such a morale booster. So it will always come with me. It's the best 6 ounces I carry. My sit pad, I just got a cut up sit pad that I use. And then I am bringing a ground sheet, and it's basically Tyvek. And that's it. That's my loadout. So it's currently 3 September, which is a Wednesday. I'm in Salida. I drove around yesterday. I left Denver Airport in a rental car. Came down to Salida last night. Was beat ass tired. Got a little bit of sleep, and then woke up. I'm trying to get adjusted to the altitude because I will be up at altitude very fast tomorrow when I start. At the end of the day, if I make the mileage I want, I will be at 11,500, close to 12,000 feet on day 1. So I've drove up to Monarch Pass twice. For those of you who have done the CT, you know what that is. Those of you who haven't, it's a pass that's about 11,000 feet, a little bit higher, that you can drive to, and you cross over on the Colorado West. I went up there and did 2 walks, one yesterday evening and one this morning really early, trying to get adjusted. Feeling pretty good. We're only at 7,000 feet here in Salida, so I wanted to go up there and spend at least a few hours at altitude, getting my body used to producing more red blood cells. And we'll do that a little bit today too. All right, I'm sure I'll do a video on the challenges of starting this trail in Durango and the comparisons of starting in Denver. But I think I'll wait till I get the experience under my belt before I weigh in too much, because I may get my ass kicked tomorrow and regret some things that I say today. All right, y'all. See y'all on trail.